Hello, happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos on Simon's Trading Channel. Hope you're all well and you've had a good day. A few observations for you this evening. So the mighty consolidation of doom, or whatever you want to call it, 31 weeks in its length, maybe on the verge of ending. And with the way price action is at the moment, it's likely that its end will precede a move to the upside. And I'll put some details onto that little snippet of information right now. So if you just look at what's happened, or if I look at what's happened, then you might agree or not. So after the last big move up, the last impulsive move to the upside, excuse me, and using the Bollinger Bands as the sort of reference, you can see what happened, right? So there's a bit of flippity gibbery here, but then basically the price lived below the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, and that was a move to the downside. It then closed back above and had a move to the upside. Then had a move, it closed back below, had a move to the downside, move to the upside, move to the downside, move to the upside, move to the downside, move to the upside, move to the downside, and now it looks like a move to the upside. Now, what's significant about this last section is that the move to the downside didn't basically retrace the whole of the previous move up. So when you look at the, so if you look at this as a move up, it was all retraced on the move down and a bit. This is a move up, all retraced. This is a move up, nearly all retraced. This is a move up, not all retraced. And in fact, and you can see this in my previous videos, this last move only retraced back down to somewhere around the 0.5 on a Fibonacci retracement, which isn't a, whoa, sorry about that. Remember, 0.5 isn't really a Fibonacci number, but it's used as such on a Fibonacci retracement. So, so that says a couple of things to me. It says that this section is a bit different to the rest of this consolidation. What that effectively means is it looks like it's setting in a really nice higher low here compared to here. It's also a double bottom and W formation, which I mentioned yesterday. You can also see that reflected in the MACD. So when you look, remember MACD I use as a momentum indicator. So when you look at the MACD for this consolidation, well, this is all on the daily time frame, by the way. So you can see the MACD moved down, crossed below the zero line, hit the bottom, went up, moved back down, up, down, up, down, up. Now this time it hasn't crossed below the zero line and has in fact defended the zero line and has turned green again. So that's different to these last, well, here and here and here. Where they crossed below the zero line, and that shifted momentum to the downside. So momentum on the MACDs remained to the upside, and you can see that with it being green. The pivot on price action to turn it red is currently at 63 and change, so a good $3,000 where away from my price action is at the moment. And it basically corresponds to the midpoint of the Bollinger Band. So if volatility does pick up on the daily time frame, which it looks like it's going to, i.e. expanding Bollinger Bands, then with the price being above the midpoint, it's likely to be a move to the upside. And then you'll likely see the SMA turn up, and that will then be a trending move to the upside. Much like this was a trending move to the downside, but the other way around. I'm trying to draw Fibonacci retracements all over the place. Stop that, Simon. It's just annoying. Okay, so that's the daily. No point in really checking in on the weekly, because it's only Tuesday. But you can see on the 4 hour, a similar thing is happening. So we're getting a nice trending move here, which will remain as such as long as Bitcoin continues above the midpoint of the Bollinger Band here, which is 64.5. That is also a support resistance level. As you can see, if I draw a little line that takes in, I could just draw a horizontal line, it takes in these two highs this wick high. You can see it's right on the Bollinger Band midpoint, 20 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which is coming in at 64.5. And so, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin can defend that, then more upside is likely to be the next move rather than a further pullback. If Bitcoin loses 64.5, well, it's, you know, it's not the end of the world. But it just means that there's more likely to be a period of consolidation. So if it did this sort of thing, more likely a period of consolidation before a move to the upside. Whereas if it comes and then turns back up, obviously that's just a continuation of a trending move with another higher low in place on the 4-hour time frame. So, yeah, momentum will remain to the upside on the 4-hour, will continue as green without any obvious bearish divergence yet, as long as Bitcoin's closing 4 hours above 66,300, which is not that far away from. So maybe there will be a little bit of a pullback here. Wouldn't be surprising. But as I said, I think the first line of support on the 4-hour time frame, probably a daily, is going to come in around 64.5. So we'll see. We'll see if that occurs. With regards to more upside moves, 70,000, as I pointed out in my last video, it seems like an obvious target. If I just silence the Bollinger Band just to see a bit clearer the support resistance levels, it becomes fairly clear that 70,000 is an obvious resistance level. So I might just chuck on a little resistance line. Now, you know, if Bitcoin doesn't pull back on the lower time frames from where it is at the moment, I would very much expect it to pull back from somewhere between 68 and 70,000. It might not. I would just expect that as a support resistance zone, if you like. So somewhere between, say that again, somewhere between 68 and 70,000 for a potential pullback, if Bitcoin doesn't pull back from where it is at the moment. But yeah, all looking good for more upside price action prior to downside price action. Okay, there we are. That's the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. Join me on Twitter, and I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday, which will be midweek. We'll see what the midweek price action has to say for itself. Take care. Goodbye.